everyone. Today is the day before I get the hormone, whatever they inject me with. I think it's GCSS, whatever that stands for. I really don't care what it is, but it will rejuvenate my immune system, and we will go ahead and start the downhill roll to being in remission. So I am like incredibly excited. But for everyone who is going to go do chemo or go do high-dose Cytoxin or anything, I need to make a point very, very, very clear. Do not use any products that are not hypoallergenic. And I will tell you this, for 2 days, I have been itchy to the point where, honestly, if someone offered to cut off all of my skin and just leave it off and let it, and then they'll sew me back up, I would have let them. It is incredibly irritating being that itchy, and it was because of our sheets at our hotel room. And I mean, I'm glad that they clean them and stuff that sterilizes them, but my body, I don't know if it was a chemical reaction between the chemo sweat and the sheets, or if it was just that chemical agent itself, my body being weaker. But if they say they say anything at all about you potentially being sensitive, you are going to be sensitive. That's just what you need to put in your mind. Fragrance-free, no perfume, no dyes, that type of stuff, because it is miserable if you end up getting a rash. I have a rash all over my head, down my neck, all over the front of my chest, and part of my back. It has kept me awake for 2 days. This has been the worst part of the entire experience, which is, I mean, that's a good thing, but oh my Lord. So, just word to the wise, do not use anything with dyes or perfumes, or just make sure that everything, even towels and that kind of stuff, wash yourself and make sure that you won't end up getting skin reactions. I guess the more drugs that you've taken in the past for MS, the more likely you are to have a reaction. So I would just assume automatically that you're going to have really, really sensitive skin, because is it really worth being like, well, it might or might not happen, and then ending up being itchy, witchy, and bitchy for like 3 days? It is so not worth it. So if you do end up getting a rash, however, because it is common, don't do what I did, because I had the bright idea of turning our bathroom into a little sauna. So what I did was I would turn up the heat, because they have a little heater, so when you're taking your bath it makes the light brighter, and you're all calm and you're soaking. And then I turned on the hot water in the shower. I was not being very eco-friendly. That actually bugged me a lot, which is weird. But anyways, I turned on the shower to really, really hot, because I thought, well, maybe if I just, it'll help it pull out of my system, or it'll take away the itchiness. Maybe it just needs, it's something that needs to come out of my skin. Such a bad idea. I woke up this morning, I was almost in tears. I was itching so bad. Like, have you ever seen a dog when they run outside and they get really, really excited and they start rolling around on the grass and like itching their back? I was so tempted to do that all over the carpet and the walls. And the thing is that you cannot scratch, because if you scratch, then you have the possibility of like cutting yourself, and then that's another infection risk. Or, you know, rubbing your skin raw, and you don't want to do that. So you just have to, oh, it was horrible. Last night, my husband told me that I woke up, I don't know, 7 or 8 times. just so that I could put on the only thing that has brought me any relief, which is Sarna. It's spelled S-A-R-N-A, and it's camphor and menthol lotion. So I had like Benadryl by my bed and the camphor and that kind of stuff, but it's still, I mean, it would lower it down to a tolerable level for about 20 minutes, but then, oh my lord, it would just immediately start back up. Thankfully, I'm getting past it. Oh, but it is so not worth the misery. So, perfume-free, dye-free, hair products, cleaning products, and make sure that you're the one who washes the sheets and you don't let the maids put on whatever they would normally put on, because you were just going to run into huge issues. Because, I mean, you're receiving chemotherapy, and it would kind of make sense that, because especially since my immune system is being lowered, that there would be a possibility that I would be just a little bit more sensitive. It was awful. So, and another thing is, they used Tegaderm on me at the hospital, but with the Cytoxin, that also, I had a reaction to that. Even the LEDs that they put on me during the surgery, they had to do general anesthesia. You can still see the circles. So I would just, if you have sensitive skin, definitely let them know. But if you don't have sensitive skin, I would still suggest requesting just hypoallergenic products on everything, because where the Tegaderm was kind of the scariest place, because the skin is now like all bubbly and blistered. And last night when I was trying to wash it, like, I actually removed one of my layers of skin, and that's, I mean, infection is scaring me to death right now. So you need your skin, because that's your protective layer. So, just so you know, perfume-free and dye-free. So, that is all I have to say for right now. But, other than the itchiness, I am incredibly, incredibly happy today. Because I'm feeling better. We've got more information, and I'll be putting it on my website. Or, I'm sorry, on my blog. It is a website, though, so. But it'll have a couple tips on, like, the different things. And I would suggest, buy Sarna. It's at the pharmacy at Johns Hopkins. It costs about $10. And make sure that you have Benadryl on hand, just in case, because honestly, it is so difficult, especially when you're going through chemo and you need your sleep, to have to sit there and suffer yet another thing on top of the nausea or some other stuff. Which, by the way, I woke up this morning, nausea was a little bit bad, but I took a Phenergan, and I'm fine. My biggest complaint is I'm itchy. Wah. So, had worse things happen, but I don't want it to happen to anyone else. So really, truly pay attention, and you won't have the same problems that I have had, hopefully. And if I can just save one person the misery, my life will have been worth something. So, okay. Thank you very much for listening, and to all my family and friends, I love you.